With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visitor's sideline, Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Seattle. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his fourth season in the NFL.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
First and 10 at the 37.
Play action. Now Purdy. Out right to Bourne. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Up the gun, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's third down in inches. Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
A gain on the play.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. Third and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for fourth down.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And a 49er first down.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think that...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Pinero's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks, nothing. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Purdy looking to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, we'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a gain of 11.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Purdy on the sneak. And he is going to have a Niners first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 2. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now the ball comes loose. And now who's got it? The defense does. They recover in the end zone. So this will go as a touchback. And boy, you're talking about going from jubilation to heartbreak, as that's a big turnover.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
19 yards. And the Seahawks
now off the bootleg, Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he fires one incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Back to throw, Darnold. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the 49er first down.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Boye Mafe got through the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
At the 35-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. The throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. Here's 3rd and 10.
Complete to Brandon Ayuk.
Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports.
Our trip around
report.
the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the big man, James Conner. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. The Cardinals come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's Trevor Lawrence. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Jags get the victory. Congratulations to Liam Cohen, his first win as an NFL head coach. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And this is Nick Westbrook-Akine. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Dolphins move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and the Seahawk first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
On the throwaway.
2nd and 10.
Upton stout there defensively.
Darnold now to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Smith and Jigba. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now it's Darnold. He'll try to pick it up himself. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
A gain of 4 yards.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Purdy now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. What did we see there, partner? Was that a zone blitz?
I think you're right about that one, and very simply, that just means people blitzing that you don't expect and defensive linemen dropping back into coverage. It throws off the blocking assignments.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off of play action, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
42-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And Walker has it. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing quickly, Darnold. That's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49.
Darnold from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
Here's Darnold. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Sam Darnold taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. Surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
49ers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a 2nd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Purdy. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Purdy sets up to throw again. Pass caught by Pearsall.
Purdy's pass.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Makes it 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Purdy, big 4th down play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
That's another 49er.
Purdy to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Seahawks 4-yard line.
To throw is Purdy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Seahawks, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they go down to defeat here in the opener.